Welcome to the map Norian in BFME1 patch 2.22 for a replay commentary in an amazing matchup between great players. On the left side of the map, we have the green Mordor player Farhat. His ally is the pink Rohan player Pegasus. Their opponents on the bottom right is the blue Gondor player Minia. And his ally at the top right is the purple Isengard player Sevastano. So we have Gondor and Isen versus Rohan and Mordor. All four factions are included, the battle of the four armies. All four available factions of BFME1 are in this. Talking about the matchup, it can go either way. For me, the early beginning of the game between Gondor and Isen is pretty powerful. The first push is super strong with the war-chanted Uruks and soldiers. But remember, Rohan has the chance to recruit additional swordmen, which Gondor can't. So you can outspam your opponent, and he was able to reach to this area super fast. And the lumber mill is going to go down immediately. Mordor starting with 3 lumber mills, but it's going to be very difficult for him to protect them all. War-chant has been used, and the Hobbit is trying to defend this, but the war-chanted soldiers are too deadly. Maybe we can try to repair this, but I think it's going to delay the destruction, but not going to deny it. In the meantime, the Uruks are able to make it to the backline. They will also be able to destroy one of the lumber mills from the Mordor player, and it means only one lumber mill will be left alive after the first push of the Gondor-Isengard team. And the Mordor player was actually pushing with his starting 2 orcs and was able to destroy this farm from the Gondor player. That's pretty good. Who is building up blacksmith farm and going for the steeple. And this lumber mill has been recaptured, but it's gonna go down once again. The Hobbit was not on the right spot. So Isen luckily was starting the game with double furnace. It means his eco is gonna be kind of finish. And Gondor was able to protect this one until now, but it's gonna go down for sure because of those 2 peasants coming. And also Mordor was able to capture this one for himself. So that's pretty good for the Mordor player Farhat. He will be reclaiming every single settlement of himself, plus having the additional slaughterhouse next to the base of the Gondor player will give him the eco advantage he needs to be able to fill up the base super quickly. The base is looking empty right now, but it's going to be changed very soon thanks to the wood bonus those 3 lumber mills were giving him. He will be able to build up everything for a 15% discount. The first Knight of Gondor is about to enter the battlefield, but remember, he's only having 2 farms. That means he's only 10% food bonus and has to pay $720 for each knight he wants to recruit, and he has not the money to immediately recruit the second Knight of Gondor. Isen, on the other hand, looks like you want to go for lords, and that's a good call actually, because Gondor-Isen team, they lack of damage leadership. Besides war-chant, there is not a leadership you can get right off the bat. Lord's gonna change that with level 5, but also Boromir could be recruited later on for additional 60% DPS for the combos of Isengard. And look at this. Like 30 seconds later, the base, 30 seconds earlier, the base was looking empty. 30 seconds later, the base is looking full. And even going for the troll cage right off the bat before the first Knight of Gondor was able to approach. That's pretty good. Lurtz has been recruited, and his mission is to take down this layer. And also the first Rohirrim, the second Rohirrim actually, coming already. The Knights of Gondor already level 2. But this is still under control from Mordor for a very long duration. And I think he's going to use the second Knight of Gondor to change this. Rohirrim are trying to defend. Land will be used for the armor bonus for this Rohirrim. It means Gondor Knights will use heal plus land, but the land's position is not great. You want to place it a little bit closer to the lumber mill, but I think it's totally fine. However, he won't be able to destroy many lumber mills because there will be a troll very soon. So the Knights of Gondor will kind of lose their purpose. Gondor is still ultimately broke, having a rough time to fill up the bees, having a rough time to reclaim the settlements. It's going to take him some time. Rohan's eco is looking better. Let's see who's going to get the creep here. He's going to try to steal it, but he won't be able to do that. Luckily, Lurtz was already able to get level 3, but the creep has been taken by Rohan. And the money too. That's very, very good. But I think at this point of the time when Lurtz is level 3, it's very easy for you to level up this hero to level 5. And that's also needed. Remember, the Carnage giving you the self-peel and the self-defense that you can take even unfavorable fights. But without pikemen, it's very difficult for you to protect your outer settlements. Theoden has been recruited. The King of Rohan has to avoid lords no matter what. If he ever gets crippled, it's going to be very bad. And also this creep was taken by Rohan. I actually like the team combination of the Rohan-Isengard, Rohan Mordor team. Lord might be in trouble. He's gonna use Carnage, try to make it to the troll. Carnage also granting him the... And the orcs will get the last hit, by the way. No, never mind. Lord's got the last hit. But now Carnage is on cooldown. So need to be careful. If a battle of the little ones. He's paying attention to the Mary and will get the chance to cloak. And that's also very annoying for Gondor. Because if he will be losing this farm eventually, he won't be able to recapture it. Thanks to the hidden hobbit. Isengard starting to make combos, but he still needs a lot of time to build the armory, to get every upgrade he needs from the armory, to upgrade the army he just recruited. That will give Mordor definitely the chance to recruit more trolls, or eventually sit on the resources and try to save up for the Witch King for the first big push of the enemy. But also what you can do is, of course, to bring the fight to them. So you can use your mountain trolls to break one part of the wall, to break the gate and put pressure on the Gondor player, or at least force him to build defensive structures such as battle towers around the fortress, around the base. But now he will need the assistance of his ally. If you lose one part of the wall, it's gonna hurt you badly. He will go for Boromir. That should be enough to stop the two trolls. He's gonna use the Postan Gate to get out eventually. But it looks like he will be losing this anyway, this part of the wall. It's gonna cost him $25. $2,500. I mean, I can't even talk. And one more troll is incoming. So the trolls will be able to shatter one piece of the wall, which will get now broken. 800 resources invested into the tower. Rohirrim were trying to go for a push. It looks like they did a good job actually. Couldn't tell because I was paying attention to the base of Gondor. Boromir needs to be careful. 4 trolls might be a little bit too many. And the drum will be there very soon to spot the trolls. So it looks like this team, Mordor, Rohan, they don't want to defend. They want to be the ones who are putting pressure on the enemy. Theoden is almost level 2. Armory fully built up. He went for the heavy armor, will go for the forge plates and Bene eventually too. Later he can go for the archer range to recruit the Yeoman Archer for the fire upgrade from the archer range level 2. And then he can switch to combos or start making Rohirrim Archer. I think combos and elves would have been a better choice because the drummer troll doesn't give leadership to the cavalry, also not to the Rohirrim Archer. They only give leadership to the infantry unit. So you can get leadership on your combos, for example, or on your elven warriors, and drummer troll leadership is essential to win those big battles. It looks like you want to go for Saruman because he didn't go for armory. Trolls are being a bit faster thanks to the roar ability from the drummer troll. Theoden has been crippled, but I think he lacks what it takes to commit. He knows when he commits to that, he will be killed by the Rohirrim right after. And there is also a troll reinforcement. Remember, the part of the wall is still broken. So Gondor will have potentially lots of threat in his own castle. So when Isengard rotates to help himself, he will have to leave his ally kind of open. Oh, they're gonna go for a beautiful trample. Vorchen has been used, but the combos have no leadership whatsoever. Everything is getting chunked. They go for through the gate. Gate is closed, but there is still an entrance or a potential exit. They will now fully commit onto the citadel in the middle of the base. It's kind of tanky. It's the tankiest building, but it's gonna go down to the upgraded Rohirrim with the leadership of Theoden. There is a Saruman. Can the wizard turn the outcome of this game around? Boromir is trying his best to keep knocking trolls one by one, but if they ever get the chance to swing, they will hurt. Even Boromir, the true captain of Gondor, don't stand a chance. The fireball has been used. He's gonna be able to steal one of the trolls, but there are still 2 trolls and 75% of the base. I'm taking back 90% of the base of Gondor has been totally destroyed. Carnage and Lords and Boromir brothership were able to turn this around, and both heroes got actually levels. But there comes the Witch King of Angmar. Now there is nothing that can shoot him down beside the tower, plus this Lords who's gonna get bullied. Witch King is dealing a great amount of damage to the heroes, by the way. And eventually, because no heal, this guy will go down. He's gonna be stuck actually in the wall. He's gonna use the Screech ability for the fear, but these are only pikemen. Pikemen can do nothing about the Witch King. Plenty of towers are shooting. He's gonna get stuck one more time actually into the tower, and that's gonna be great for the Gondor-Isengard team because now, at least for now, he needs to retreat. Theoden was able to get a lot of experience during the last battle. He's all about to hit level 4, which would unlock the glorious charge moment, making those Rohirrim nearly invincible and ultra tanky. Gondor is ultimately broke. He's poor. He has no money whatsoever. Look at this. He basically can build only one blacksmith in his base. He lost all the production buildings. He has only Boromir, and if I'm not mistaken, one Knight of Gondor. And that's not good. I mean, yeah, he was able to recapture some of the settlements. He's sitting on 3 farms outside. If he can keep them for a bit, he will be able to fill up the bees. But Isengard needs to get ready no matter what. He's just about to get his first upgrade from the armory, which is going to be the fire arrows. Industry on this level 3 furnace being, of course, super helpful. Fireball is going to be used. The bees cannot be left alone. Good positioning with the pikemen here, actually. I like it. But who can stop the Witch King? That's the big question. Because Witch King can do whatever he wants to do. Boromir using the Horn of Gondor. And the Witch King does what he's best at. Sniping everything. There comes the Great Company special summon from the Gondor player. Something that can shoot. Something that can force this Witch King to retreat. And there is a Saruman, and I think Rohan is kind of feeling insecure about going in because it might backfire big time. You might lose all your army, and that's the last thing you would want to do. Okay, banner purchased, fire arrow purchased, and heavy armor about to be purchased. He's also about to get his lords back on the field. Remember, he was ultimately close to the rank 5 for the leadership. And the trolls are going to be sent in too. 3 trolls are coming. PowerPoint wise, this is the PowerPoints from Isengard. He has 3 PowerPoints after the industry. This is the PowerPoints from Rohan. He has 3 PowerPoints after the draft and heal. This is the PowerPoints from Gondor player. He has heal, Alvin Wood, and the Great Company. Was almost able to fill up the bees. Now he just did it. And this is the PowerPoints from the Mordor player Farad. So 3 PowerPoints away from his darkness. He was just able to capture the middle camp for himself. For even more pressure. For even greater economy. He's now giving some of these outer settlements to his ally. Because Rohan needs it. Mordor not that much anymore. Because he got on the field what he needed to. This is the Witch King, couple of trolls, and drummer. Now what he can do in the middle is to go for the siege works. And that's why you want to go for the furnaces. Because furnaces will grant you the steel bonus, which will not only make your upgrades cheaper, but also reduce the cost of the siege weapons. This is the Elven summon now. This is no Orkhorn. But the damage is gonna be crazy. Beautiful stunning coming from the Boromir, the captain of Gondor. Remember, they have double damage leadership, Steechu plus Boromir. These are a lot of damage. Even trampling into the pikemen, even without upgrades, they still have a lot of damage leadership. Boromir needs to just make it closer to the wall. And there comes the big steal of Saruman. Saruman is in big trouble, but there is a postern gate. He will be using this to get out. And he's out of the danger. This is a very wrong commitment in my opinion. Boromir staying close to the wall, empowering this combos of Isengard with additional 60% leadership. Lords, all about it level 5, only needs to kill like a worker or maybe 2. The stolen trolls will now get back to the owner of the Mordor player Farad, but they have no drummer troll leadership. Heal is going to be used to save them actually, and it looks like at least 2 of them, maybe all of them, will actually be able to get away. Now you might say, but they are super low shanks, but trust me, you can just invest 900 resources to turn them into the attack trolls, which will also enable their self-healing over time. Siege works, I'm telling you, the siege weapons are super cheap now, 630 resources only. He didn't demolish this. Isengard's army is getting bigger and bigger, that's pretty good. And this combo could be sent to the well for the faster recovery. And they are kind of imprisoned here in the castle until Gondor is able to repair this. Repairing the wall is not gonna get you on safety forever, but it will actually delay your opponent from getting in. Trolls will also be sent to the well for the recovery. I think he went for the fire arrows. Yeah, he did actually on this Rohirrim archer. It looks like he doesn't want to make combos. He want to just make the mobility army of Rohan. This is the combination of Rohirrim and Rohirrim archer. Isengard army, I don't know where those workers are going at. They were actually kind of building a line or something. You can tell. Full base. And everything is about to hit level 3 beside this. And this is also about to hit level 3. And this is just built up after the armory has been demolished. He went even for the Grand Harvest on these farms outside just to get more resources. That's going to help Rohan quite a lot. Everything is giving additional resources. Boromir might be in trouble, never mind, he's just fine. And more combos are approaching. So Lourdes, let me take a look into him. Okay, he's level 5. Now these two heroes side by side actually giving 120% damage leadership for these combos. This is crazy. Plus Warchant, that's 170. And then they have also the armor leadership from Saruman. So they will have the max armor leadership thanks to Saruman plus Warchant. And they will also hit like a truck thanks to Boro, Warchant, and Lourdes. And that means Witch King can never commit to this. If he commits in these 3 combos, target him for like 2 seconds, Witch King will be taken down from the air in a second. Saruman is looking, using Fireball, beautiful hit. Level 6 for a White Wizard. And he also left some units in the B, so Boromir needs to make it to the Isengard army if they ever want to get the chance to push. Because if they don't, they will have to face more catapults than they would like to. And catapults don't care about your leadership. They will hurt you no matter what. So I think he's gonna go for the Gandalf through. So he didn't do anything in his piece. Gonna go for a Wizard. Wizard is always good. At least will, in the worst case, he can give leadership. In the worst case, he can use Easter Egg to snipe down heroes, such as Witch King, Theoden, for example. And with the ring combination, you can always use your Wizard Gandalf to go inside the enemy army and blast them away. Remember, ring means no leadership, so your blast will hurt them. Catapults are approaching in one shot. The whole battalion of pikes are gone. In one shot. It's a lot of damage actually. They have no armor leadership from the statue. Only gives you damage. But that's a good catch actually. Nice, they destroyed all the 3 catapults, the 2 wizards. What about side by side with a friend? And that will stop. Also, I was wasted kind of for no reason. You cannot really commit to this fight. Boromir, I don't know where Boromir is actually. He should be with the army, and the catapults are still hurt. There was a Legolas Hawk Strike, which basically hits as hard as a catapult does. Boro is making it to the army of Isen. Now they have triple leadership without the Warchant. With Warchant, that's quadruple leadership. And that's not even counting in Gandalf yet. So we have a lot of trolls. Let me take a look if Isengard is close to the rain. He's super close, but also darkness has been available, unlocked. Now the darkness is, even if you have darkness, right? Darkness is getting 100% countered by the freezing rain. Ooh, what a fine shot. There comes the Warchant. Lourdes, I don't know what he's doing. He's like diving in a little bit too deep. Rain has been used. The steel will be used. But that's the land from the Mordor player. The trolls are gonna die like flies. They have no chance. They have zero leadership. Even on the land, they don't have leadership. But the combos are still getting wiped out because there are too many targets, too much stuff they need to kill. They need to get through. Remember, quantity has a quality on its own. Theoden has been crippled, but I don't think there is any potential of killing him. Lord's gonna go down in a second. The heal was available from Pegasus, but he didn't want to use it to save Lords. There comes the blast. Wombo combo, ladies and gentlemen. You stun him, Boromir. I blast him. The trolls are still without leadership. The damage is kind of crazy. But Witch King gonna make it out alive. However, the catapults have been finally taken down. And the level 9 knight without any upgrades. And that was the only knight he had actually. And there was also a very important knight because you could snipe with him the catapults. Now you need to rebuild your... I don't know what he's planning to do. He has so much money. He's just about to get all the upgrades if I'm not mistaken. Now he's gonna go for the Grand Harvest and for the Iron Ore. But he still needs to make some army as soon as possible. Isengard army is recovering. I think he lost only Lords. Saruman is still alive. That's pretty good. He's all about to hit level 8. I mean, not all about because he just got level 7. But I just want you to know that the Thunderbolt is super deadly too. Level Siege Warwicks, Catapult spam, all about it. Level 3, the Siege Warwicks over here for faster production speed. Every 14-15 seconds you will be pumping out more and more Catapults, which is super strong. He's trying to make a move. He's going to use the Lightning Sword. Will catch one of the Catapults. The other one is going to be taken down. The Horn, they were just too far away for the stun. There comes the darkness. That's a good timing of darkness, actually. I like it. Because I believe now they will have leadership back very soon. And Aragorn has been recruited too. Industry on the Rohan farm for additional resources. That's the for Gondor ability on the Isengard combos. That's like legit the best. Hold on a second. Oh, what's Witch King doing over here? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That's so close actually. So close. He's lucky that Gandalf was not paying attention. The trolls are diving in, hitting like a truck, turning level 2, turning into attack trolls. You wanna kill them. Kill the trolls first. Kill the trolls first. Okay, the trolls are gonna be finally going down. They have also crazy amount of leadership. Lord's gonna make it even greater. There comes the glorious charge moment. He's gonna go for the land trample into the enemy lines. Did they cover this land? Let me take a look. I think Mordor. Oh my god, Gandalf got just like one-shotted. Too many lands being covered, but I think now that's the land from Isengard. Now they have also, I mean, even though Gandalf got killed, they have still a lot of leadership. There is a knight being sent forward with only heavy armor, but catapults are getting pumped out. I was talking about this. Also, the Saruman needs to be careful. If he's not paying attention, Aragorn can finish him off in a second. Oh, Legolas gonna get the job done too. Level almost 7 Legolas. That's awesome. He's a hero killer after all. If you don't pay attention to your heroes, you will get punished for this. Aragorn will get knocked down from Boromir. He's a tanky hero, true, but remember, this is like crazy amount of leadership still. And Boromir is annoying in those situations because he can keep knocking it down and you cannot really fight back. The trolls are gonna be sent in with the Witch King, knowing that the army has been taking a lot of damage, and that most of the combos the archers of the combos have been already taken down. Legolas should not be underestimated either. He's all about hit level 7. If he can catch any hero isolated with the arrow wind, he can 100 to 0 them. Saruman, Lurtz, even Gandalf would die to this. Witch King, I don't know what Witch King is trying to do, but the damage is gonna be crazy strong, and Witch King gonna go down in a second. That's a huge army of Rohirrim army approaching. They have the glorious charge, they have the darkness. They don't have the Witch King anymore, but he's gonna be there eventually. Plenty of trolls. They have also Aragorn leadership. And it looks like they want to go ham. There comes the glorious charge, but Reen is going to say, no, your leadership is totally negated. You want to go for this Zita, because he knows Saruman is dead. That will delay his revival. The Orfang is going to go definitely down. Lord was able to cripple this Legolas, and these combos will be getting the buff from the for Gondor. The buff means for Gondor, but they fight for Isengard. Legolas, glass cannon, cannot tank that much damage. The Zita will be rebuilt. Cripple, of course, on cooldown because he was just crippling the Legolas. You can only cripple once. Gandalf is about to be revived very soon. There are no more trees around soonish. So the walkers need to I can't even talk. Walk a really long distance. Ram is gonna get sniped. 3 combos with double damage leadership. Super deadly. The knights are trying their best to destroy those catapults. The part of the wall still broken. Catapults, beautiful shot. Remember, they don't have armor leadership, right? That's the problematic part. Like this, boom, boom. The katas are everything.
That is no Orc.
It is an Archon indeed. A lot of trolls. Reen is still active. You can see when they're not glowing, Reen is still active. Lurtz might be in trouble. He's gonna be used here to save his friends. Lurtz looks like he will get away thanks to the rain. These archers were hitting not that hard. Aragorn gonna be sent in. The combo will make it to the wall by entering through the Posan Gate. Gandalf is back on the field. Saruman has been just clicked on to revive. And what a fine shot. This is a really deadly army of catapults. They are very squishy, they go down in a second, but if they hit you, they hurt. They actually do hurt a lot. And Rohan is gonna bring the fight again to Isengard. And that's how you want to use your mobility advantage over your opponent. Yes, combos are strong, but they are not mobile, they are not fast. They cannot really rotate from one castle to the other castle the same speed like you can. One knight unfortunately made it to the top of the wall. Trolls are charging in. But the eagles are coming. Eagles and the army of Rohan is far away to protect those trolls from the death. But now they will turn. And the eagles will legit get one-shotted. Lightning Sword is not going to connect to anything. The eagles need to be careful, because if they ever decide to commit, they will just feed a lot of power points and experience points to the Rohan player. And that's what I'm talking about. One shot. Too much leadership on this Rohirrim Archer army. With Theoden and of course Aragorn and Witch King and Darkness. That's a lot of leadership. Watch this. Boom. One shot. And that's the reason why also Gandalf cannot really commit to this battle. What is Gandalf supposed to do? Maybe with the Reen, but Reen is still like a minute and a half away from being ready. And I don't know if they can hold until Reen is available once again. Boromir, Lourdes. There are only two combos, but Boromir and Lourdes should have been around this area at this point, I think. Catapults hurt a lot. They don't get one-shotted thanks to the armor leadership from Gandalf. Ooh, son. Just open more entrances. True. It's raining fire, boys. It's literally raining fire. And what do you want to kill first? That's the big question. PowerPoint-wise, 16 power points collected for Isengard. 16.5 actually, to be precise. Pegasus, the Rohan player, has already Cloudbreak, 4 power points on top of that. 2 power points for Mania after the Eagle Summon. And also Mordor has collected nearly 16 power points. So very soon, we will get the chance to see not only once, but maybe twice Balrog. From 2 different teams, from 2 different players. And because he lost this Orphan once more, it will kind of delay his Saruman so much. Okay, it's gonna be big fight. I see you, but it looks like they don't want to commit. Horn, I don't know about the horn. Trampling. Boromir might be in trouble. Never mind. It's raining fire. It's legit raining fire. 18 power points to 17. The knights will be sent forward to destroy those enemy catapults. There comes the Cloudbreak technology. Okay, Balrog available now for Isengard. And Balrog is going to be used. Okay, Balrog is not gonna do what he wanted to do, and he wanted to wipe out this army of Rohan, but he can now at least destroy the middle camp, including the catapults, and prevent Mordor from spamming more and more and more. But remember, these are the production buildings level 3, they won't get one-shotted, and the fight still continues. Legolas has been crippled, there is no save for him. He's gonna go down 100%, but in the meantime, he's gonna get power points. Maybe not, because Reen is still active. So that's the reason why they don't want to cover this, but they will cover this anyway. It's going to be recovered now by Mordor. And Isengard now will be recovering this. A lot of covering actions going on. But the power points from Rohan are looking very, very good. Aragorn is also in the army, by the way, doing what he's paid for. Being the one-man army. And Balrog was only able to destroy the Citta, plus the 2 production buildings which are pumping out more and more catapults. Aragorn might be killed, but Borrow needs to be careful. If Borrow cannot knock him down... Okay, everybody died, but now here's the EOD. Will he be using this EOD here? Maybe he doesn't need to. Minya still needs a lot of power points actually. 4 power points and a half. It's super difficult to get because there is almost nothing that can be killed by him. He lost his 2 major heroes. Saruman finally back after a very long break. But a wizard, maybe it's never late, nor is he early. There comes the EOD summon from Pegasus, the Rohan player. And he needs to make the best out of the summon and just send them into the base of Gondor. Gondor base is looking very good defended, but it's about to be changed as the EOD is approaching. They don't care about your gate, nor wall, they will just make it through. Beautiful post on gate here, by the way, from Minia trying to save the army from his ally, but the EOD just right before they go down will be almost able to wipe out everything that's left. And the base is again super vulnerable. Eagles maybe can save you, I don't know, but the Rohan army is approaching again from the minimap. You can see a big army. The radar mark is coming. 20 power points for Farah too. Now he has also his own Balrog. It means even if they somehow manage to defend this piece, Balrog from Farah is gonna do the trick and finish it off. This troll, the king of trolls, killed Saruman in a one-on-one. Eagle's gonna get literally one-shotted. Okay, Gondor is getting some power points too. 6 power points collected in total. But I was talking about this. The demon of the ancient world. I am death. I am fire. And that's gonna be the destruction of the Gunner player, Minia. The Gunner player has been defeated, and knowing that he cannot win this anymore, Savastano is gonna leave too. GG well played. If you enjoyed this, if you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to not miss future uploads on this channel. I will see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself, keep hitting like a truck, and as always, stay beyond standards. Peace out, boys.